In this video, we're starting out with a pretty clean system, and we're going to answer a question about charges in the system and collecting payments from a patient. So the question is, they want to be able to submit a charge for a good faith evaluation fee, and then they want to be able to provide a confirmation that the fee has been accepted and paid for by the patient. All right, so here we go. In the system right now, we currently have, oh, and by the way, let me stop and say this. Because there is only one way to get fees into the system, okay, because it is made for medical billing office, the only way you're going to get fees in there is if you're using CPT codes. Okay, but in this case, there is no CPT code, so guess what? We're going to make one up, and then we're going to use that made up CPT code in order to bill the patient. So here we go. If you go to admin and then coding codes, that's going to bring you to this page here. And just to show you, there are no CPT codes in here, because if I select CPT4 and then select search, it would show me all the CPTs that are in the system. There are none at this time. At the top here, you have the top of this form here where you can make up your codes or put in real ones. It doesn't matter. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to make up a number. Okay, made up number, and it doesn't have to be any particular length in digits. It could be any number of digits that you want, and I'm going to call this a GFE for short. All right, and here I'm going to assign a standard fee of $25. All right, and I don't have to put a related to. That should be all I need, and I'm going to click add as new, not update. So I'm going to add as new, and there it is. Now I have my fee in the system. So let's see, I've had this visit here. I'm going to use a visit that already exists, since I have other videos on how to create an encounter, and all we need to do now is to add a fee sheet to this one. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to the fee sheet, and we're going to go ahead and look up that code, and it is a CPT code. I'm going to type right here in this box, good. And it should find only one thing, which it did, which is the one that I put in there, good faith evaluation. So I select the good faith evaluation, and it should be right here. And the price is $25, as you can see. So when I save this, all right, and if I were to go to the billing manager, or sorry, go to fees and go to payments, now you can see that I have a $25 charge in here for the patient, and I want to collect that $25 charge. All right, so here I would put in the $25 that the patient gave me, or whatever amount the patient did give me, client, and go ahead. Now, if you have credit cards enabled, you can click the pay with credit card here, and it would bring up this window here, and you could put in the patient's credit card number and process the payment. If you're not using credit cards, you would do a general invoice. You would go ahead and click this, and it says, are you sure you want to paste this to an old encounter? You tell it yes, because yes, that's what I want to do. And I'm going to do that, and it's going to bring you here to the receipt screen. And on the receipt screen, you can see where I paid the $25, and now I can print this out and give it to the patient, or print it out and mail it to them, or whatever I need to do with it, and then I can exit this screen. All right, and if I were to go back to fees and payments, I can see now that there is a payment of $25 that have been collected, okay? And even though this says insurance balance, there is no insurance, so we'd have to do something else to, because I didn't do self. Dadgummit, that's what I forgot to do. I should have put it on self and not insurance. Okay, so the charge of $25, darn, that means I got to do this over again, but not really. So, sorry, don't do what I did. Make sure that when you first come to the screen, let me do that again, go to fees and go to payments. When I get on fees and payments, change it from insurance to self, okay? And then it's an encounter payment, and then I'm going to put the $25 in here again. And again, if I wanted to process this payment, I would click here on credit card. That would send it through my credit card processing, which in this case would be Stripe. But if you're not using Stripe or Sphere or authorizing that, those are the three that are in the system. And then I would generate an invoice, or sorry, click this and that would generate an invoice. Or if I'm not using any one of the credit card processors, then I would just go ahead and click general invoice. Okay, generate invoice, and that would put the payment in the system and have the receipt for the patient. So that's how you cover the patient payments, and you're going to get a receipt and also to collect cash payments from patients, whether it be for copays or for other items in the system. This is the fee, or the front receipts is what this is called. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.